Alright, Shalom Shalom. Real Hebrew Israelite coming week in, week out to prophesy the downfall of America into society. I want to start out giving all praises and glory and honor to YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, Kakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders and GMS and brothers that sincerely doing this work. And a few sisters that are listening and learning and being obedient to their husbands. This the brother Matazawa, aka Mataz, and I'm coming back with another quick video. Basically touching on this video that these black females said that all black males need to be exterminated, and all the babies need to be aborted, you know. And this is one, and you don't never see no videos, at least I know, I ain't never seen no video with no so-called black males saying that all black females need to be put to death. I never saw that ever. Now, I heard somebody said that it's some out there. This is what I heard, but have I ever saw that? No, I haven't. So I don't know nothing about that. But I always constantly keep seeing videos of these females bashing their own men, talking down to them, and saying that they need to be put to death. I see this on countless occasions. You know, countless. You know, you can't even, it's like multiple. You know, and I just I don't believe that it's a video out there. Now, they said they did, and they heard, and I don't remember ever hearing that. But whatever, we're going to let this video play, man.
There's no turning back, because these dusties are dusty. They just belong in a coffin. I agree.
And the only reason I support aborting a black child when it comes to it being male is because when I look at the black community and the problems in it, it's associated with males and male pathology.
When you are a black man thinking that the women think this way, minds are captured, you are on the same team with them. You are not. You have to wake up to that reality. We can no longer say that this is only happening amongst white people and on the far right. There are black women who vote and follow every slogan, every talking point, and it's anti-family, anti-men, anti-boys, and anti-black boys in the womb.
There's no turning back, because these dusties are dusty. They just belong in a coffin.
So, yeah, man. This is what you hear, man, from your own so-called female. This is what they say, and this is how they feel about us. They just say we all deserve to be destroyed. You know, but the crazy part, you are who your father is. So if we all be destroyed, guess what? Y'all not going to exist anymore. See, they don't get that. You know, y'all don't carry on the dead. The bloodline don't go through the woman. It comes from the man. Simple as that, man. You know, that's just what it is. So, yeah, you know, this is just crazy. And it just shows you that a lot of our females have become our enemies, you know. You know, like I said, they wouldn't even exist. They wouldn't even exist at all if they got rid of us, man. It'd be over with for them, because if you destroy all so-called black males, y'all will be eliminated off the face of the earth. And they don't even understand that, because you are who your father is. Simple as that. That's just what it is. There ain't no getting around that. But, you know, these females will try their hardest, you know, to destroy us as a people, man. Because they hate us just that much, man. Our own women. Yeah, well, I can't even call them women. Regular females. They hate us just that much. They hate us just that much, man. And it's a shame how much they hate us. You know? It's a shame. And it's crazy, man. But guess what? YAHAWASHI gonna deal with them. So this is Micah 7:10. It says, then my family started 9. I will bear the indignation of the Lord Yahweh, because I have sinned against him. Until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me, he will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is the Lord Yahweh, thy most high power God? My eyes shall behold her. Now should she be trodden down as the mare of the street. She became an enemy You know, a lot of these females have become our enemy. Well, these females have become our enemies, like I said, you know, not the women, you know, because like I said, when I say woman, I mean a righteous woman, you know, that know how to be a wife, that know how to follow YAHAWASHI to the best of her ability, or just, you know, or just a kind person, you know, an actual lady, which you don't run across all the time anymore. You just run into these females, and these females, you know, they're going to destroy a lot of us, man, because they have become enemy. You know, they don't look to help us, they look to get rid of us. They have weaponized our children. You know what the scripture about to say right here. This is Isaiah 3:12, and it says, "As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them." These females have ruled over a lot of these men and became an enemy and followed the agenda of the so-called white man to destroy us. It says, "Oh, my people that which led thee caused thee to err and destroy the way of thy path." They helped destroy the paths of our people. You know, yeah, of course we went off as the men, because we supposed to be the leaders, supposed to hold the structure, supposed to put the law down and all of that. But a lot of these females have become enemies of ours and help destroy us as men. They help destroy. And they got to pay for these things, you know, this wickedness, this maliciousness that they be on, saying that we all need to be put to death. Like I said, if you do that, that's the end of y'all, because you are who your father is. Let me get that, Numbers 1:18. And the scriptures always talk about the father, search after the father or something, like, you know, in that so many scriptures. Numbers 1:18. And they assemble all the congregation together on the first day of the second month. And they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers, according to all the numbers of the names from 20 years old and upward by their pales. So yeah, you are who your father is. That's where the bloodline, that's where the whole structure go, is through the father. So you are who your father is. First of all, you come from your father. He put the life in the woman. Without the father, you wouldn't even got put into your mother, you know. So you need that life to get put in her, and the placenta, all of that comes from the father. So you off for even thinking like that. It's wicked, you know. And these females really think they own to something by saying that. Oh, they just need to go look at the communities. Who's raising these children? Who is the majority raising the children in the so-called black communities? You know, it's mostly women, because they don't have, it's not a lot of fathers in the children's life. Why? Because they removed the fathers out of their lives, you know, and they fall out after the way of wickedness, you know, and it's out of order, you know. And YAHAWASHI is going to destroy a lot of you females that think like this, man. You know, you got a heavy judgment coming to you. Your lot is to get destroyed because you're out of order and you don't want to listen to the man. You don't want to get in order with the man, and now you have to pay for them type of things because you accept wickedness instead of righteousness, and you have to pay for these things. You know, you have a tab that you have to pay. You know, you can't just think you're gonna get away with it. But let me get this on Joel 8:8 real quick, because like I said, man, there's no getting around it. This is Joel 8:8. For inquire, I pray thee, and of the formal age, and prepare thyself to the search of their fathers. Because why it keeps mentioning the fathers? Why is the 12 tribes? It's all men. They talk about all men. Yes, Jacob had a daughter, but she's not mentioned in that part, because you are who your father is. So if you're talking about exterminating all so-called black men, you are exterminating yourselves. Y'all literally exterminating yourselves, you know. So if you want to keep thinking like that, guess what? It will be no more of you. Because if you go just lay with Edomites or lay with these other nations, you're carrying on their bloodline. You're carrying on their seed line. Simple as that, man. Yeah, so yeah, man. And then who do it always mention? Matter of fact, where did it say that how our whole nation should be built? It's through the seed line of men. Let me get this Genesis, man. Because you just sound crazy. You really sound crazy if you think eliminating us is going to be okay. You know, you just eliminating yourself. You're a fool to even think like this. Y'all foolish. You know, a lot of you females that think like this are really foolish, silly, you know, and out of order. This is Genesis 35, and I'm going to start at 10. And the Most High Power God said unto him, thy name is Jacob. Thy name should not be called any more Jacob, but Israel should be thy name. And he called his name Israel. And the Most High Power God said unto him, I am Salakia. I am Most High Power God Almighty. Be fruitful and multiply. What are we multiplying? A nation and a company of nation should be of thee, and kings shall come out of thy loins. So it's coming out of the man. So if you exterminate all the men, so-called black or Latinos or natives, any of them, you guess what? You are eliminating the whole nation of Israel. That's why it was basically you on the same agenda that the so-called Egyptians tried to do back then, and what this so-called white man trying to do right now is eliminate all of us, because that's what they want to do, eliminate us. They want to exterminate us, man. You know? And the land which I gave Abraham and Isaac to thee, I will give it, and to thy seed after thee will I give the land. So after thy seed, which is, that's where the bloodline go through. So if you eliminate all so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, guess what? It would be no more of us. You wouldn't even exist anymore. There would be no more of y'all. So that was just a foolish way of thinking, saying all of them just need to be aborted. They all need to be exterminated. No, you exterminated us as a nation. You would destroy the whole nation if you did something like that. Simple as that. And it's just make no sense. So a lot of you females, man, y'all need to really get yourselves in order and get out of this ease position, because y'all really at ease here. And America really got y'all mind polluted and messed up, because you don't want to listen to the man. You want to be in charge. Y'all want to have the power. Y'all don't want to get in order. But hey, it is what it is. What you're doing is you destroying. That's what you're doing, and you becoming like this devil. This devil wanted to get rid of us like that. Like, so let me get this Exodus real quick to prove this point. Because I tried to prove this before to somebody, and they scoffed it. This Exodus 1:16. And he said, when ye do the office of a midwife to the Hebrew women, and see them upon the stoop, if it be a son, then ye should kill him. But if it be a daughter, then she shall live. And why did they wanted to keep the daughters alive? Because they could carry on their bloodline through them women. All they have to do is just plant their seed in them. That's it. They plant their seed in them, and they're carrying on their bloodline. You kill off all the men, we will be all destroyed. Simple as that. That's wicked and out of order. And the midwives feared the Most High Power God, and did not as the king of Egypt commanded them, but saved all the men children alive. And the king of Egypt called for the midwives and said unto them, why have ye done this thing, and saved the men children alive? Because if you eliminate all of the men, guess what? Men children, guess what? It would be no more Israel. We would have never existed. We would be out of existence forever. And YAHAWASHI was not with that. He wasn't going to eliminate all of us and get rid of us for good. That's not what was gonna happen. We just being punished, and that's all we going through is just a punishment. But y'all literally want to eliminate us, and completely. And the midwife said into Pharaoh, because the Hebrew women are not as the Egyptian women, for they are lively and are delivered and the midwives came into them. Therefore, the Most High Power God dwell well with the midwives, and the people multiplied and waxed very mighty. Because, hey, we grew as a nation. Because what? Them other male childs was having children. And when they grew up, they started having children. So what happened? We ended up multiplying. That's what you do. You know, when you trying to multiply your nation, you get a lot of females pregnant, a lot of women pregnant, and then you bring it back on our nation. So this is foolish to even think like this and make them this stupid thing that you said that we all should just be aborted and die. No, you out of order, you wicked. YAHAWASHI gonna destroy y'all, and y'all got a heavy judgment coming for that, because that's crazy and insane. You're literally insane for thinking like this, and it's not cool at all. And YAHAWASHI is gonna show y'all what it is, man. Simple as that, you know. You gotta pay for these things, man. This is you know, every idle word, you know, all the words that come out of your mouth, you held to the condemnation, the judgment for that, you know. And it is what it is, you know. And you're not gonna get away with it. That's just what it is. All well, you know. YAHAWASHI is not dealing with y'all, and y'all gonna pay a heavy judgment for this, you know. So let's get ready, you know, because y'all shouldn't have joined hand in hand with this devil. You literally joined hand in hand with the wicked to cut us off from being a nation, you know, because they cut us off before. So what y'all trying to do? Permanently cut us off, and that's not gonna happen, because YAHAWASHI is not gonna allow it, of course. But it's just a simple fact, man. Let me get this real quick, and I'm about to be closing. And this Isaiah 32:9. It says, "Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughter. Give ear unto my into my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women. For the vintage shall fail, the gathering should not come." And guess what, man? Y'all got a big payment that's gonna happen, because when all of this food supplies and all of these things stop, and ain't no men on y'all side, y'all are done. So the almighty dollar, it's not gonna help you in that day. It's not gonna help you, because this dollar about to crash, and you're gonna get a judgment for it. Simple as that. And all praise to the Most High that a swift judgment come to y'all before this wickedness, and y'all gonna have to pay with y'all blood, man. You know, you got a heavy duty to pay, because of the wicked stuff that y'all say and bring out of y'all mouth, and y'all think it's okay, but it's not okay. It's total wickedness, total evil, and it's not cool. So, hey, like I said, I wasn't gonna be long on this. This wasn't a long video. Hopefully this is very edifying, but hey, man, a lot of you females, man, y'all have became enemies. Y'all use the children as weapons. You know, like I read in Isaiah 3, making these children oppress us. You know, we being oppressed by our own children. And hey, man, YAHAWASHI is just gonna do y'all in, man. Y'all gonna get smoked for all of the wickedness and the atrocities, you know, that y'all help promote with this devil, man, and all the things he have done to us as a people. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this out, because I don't really have nothing too much else to bring out. So let me go ahead with that. I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahawashi, by Hashem, Rakakadash. Have honest to our apostles and elders and GMS and brothers that sincerely doing this work. And if you sisters start listening and learning and being obedient to their husbands, keep pushing to doing the work. Shalom, Barakathum, and the Bible, Paul.